boys and girls. So we're recording here. This is going to be the German AI attacks at the end of turn 14, starting the German AI turn 15. And as usual, you always feel very uncertain that is this the way it's supposed to be set up, but I think we're just gonna go with it. We got ground support on. It doesn't seem to help me a lot in the German AI turn because most of my, if not all of my air wings are on offensive air doctrine orders, what they're called. Anyways, we are going to, what we're gonna do is we are going to watch the AI battles on speed 2, combat resolution message level. That's a mouthful. And if you don't like that, just jump to the end of the video and you can see the overview of the result of the German AI turn. So here we go. We're gonna end turn 14. I need to get going. I feel a certain pressure to speed up the turns. I did have 13 APs that I don't know what to spend on, so it's gonna be for leader replacement and potentially a offensive assault HQ next turn, or front HQ. Yeah, you can see the bulge here. We're gonna get the epic pen going. Oh, I did not zoom in enough. Can you zoom in with the plus button? Here on the map you can see the bulge that I'm a bit scared what's going to happen with this northern bulge here. It's going to encircle troops in Tula and in the fort, or if they are going to break through the very weak newly formed is it 30th army here that I just had pushed into place. We do have 3 divisions here, 3 divisions here, 3 divisions further south down by Voronezh. I think I have 3 divisions coming here north of Moscow. So we do have like a new army coming in to kind of stop the push towards Moscow here. Alright, now we're going into the German turn here. Usually Luftwaffe doesn't do anything, and I read up on the Matrix forums, and what they're saying is that it is actually a bad idea to move up the German bombers too close to the front, because they are supply hogs. They do cost a lot of supplies. So you want to keep them further back, but it would be better to... Now let's see here, we have some at Orel, some air wings, some German ones. Okay, Kampfgruppe, those are fighters. I mean, I do not see them intercept very often, the German fighters, but having them around... Okay, here comes the first attack. And it is a rifle division that gets routed with an 11-to-1 attack. It is in a swamp X and it is across river, so... But they use a panzer division and an infantry division. They get a very good attack here. That's unfortunate. We lose 1,500 men. I mean, it's not going to be a breakthrough, and it's just a sign of the AI's incompetence that is using panzers in the swamp and at this location. It's a very bad choice, but you know, he is damaging my troops, but it's not a good attack. It is a good attack, but it's not a smart attack. Attacking into Leningrad here, and it is a held result, which I'm very great. Every time we don't lose any fort points, I'm very grateful. You see, there's no intensity, no engineers. The AI just sends in 3 infantry divisions. It is the 1st infantry division, which I think is the best infantry division in the German army. So he's got quality here, but he's not using engineers. He's not using heavy artillery. So a human play would be a stronger attack. He's using Stugs in urban terrain. Right. Okay, so good job, Golikov. You held another attack in Leningrad. That's very important. And okay, this is an easy held result in Oranienbaum. I actually sent in my second militia division here. So we have 2 rifle divisions, so we have 35,000 defenders. So very nice. Another attack in... No, this is next to Leningrad. So I'm gonna try... Okay, yes, you can zoom in with the plus button on the numpad. This is the hex due east of Leningrad, and it has 78 defense, so it should end up with a held result. Seems like 2 German infantry divisions are attacking. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we can hold it. We have a level 3 fort now, so our 3 infantry divisions there held, and that's very nice. Very nice. We have a scout attack. Where is this? Am I blind? Oh, it's at Stalino in the south. Right. He's trying to push his way north of Stalino across the river, and he runs into 2 weak divisions. We lose 1,000 men, so there are 300. Air landing, light division, so 3 infantry divisions are trying to push. This is probably his main push to the north, so scouted. Let's see if he can mount another attack in this sector. Otherwise, the northern front at Stalino, northern sector, held off this week's attacks. Very nice. I'm starting to sound like Borat here with my very nice, but... So far, not a lot of great success for the German AI. However, at Velike Luki in the forests of nowhere, he pushes back a cavalry unit. Kind of a pointless attack, but he's been pushing me back ever so slightly every week here. It's not a rout, it was just a retreat. Mostly cavalry defending in this sector now, because my infantry here has been damaged so much that I had to pull it back and remove it into the theater reserve box to rest and refit and improve its morale. So this is kind of a pointless, well, not a pointless attack, but since I'm gonna have zone of control here when he moves up, hopefully that slows him down. I do believe the German AI, even though it is at a high morale level, he does pay extra movement points to move into zone of control. It's just when he moves from a zone of control to another, I think the AI at this difficulty level has an exception. Okay, we are attacking at Vyazma line, and it is another held result for the German AI. This time he's attacking with a 1st Panzer Division, which now is down to 69 tanks, and very few losses overall. But that held result is important, because he is attacking in a light forest hex in a level 2 fort, and this is very telling for the Germans being exhausted late in the early in the fall or late in the summer. September 28th, that would be early in the fall, with 3 artillery and 1 mortar battalion. It's very nice to be able to stop a German Panzer division with a single Soviet rifle division in a light forest hex. It's always nice to stop any Germans, but especially... Alright, that's... this is not as good. Now he's performing a major attack here at the very end of the Vyazma line. He's sending in the 1st Panzer Division, the 4th is motorized. What else? And the 7th Panzer. So he's sending in 2 Panzer Divisions and a motorized. And here we got 230 tanks attack, and they managed a 14-1 result, which results in this nice 91st Rifle Division being routed with nearly 4,000 losses. So that's unfortunate. That's another division that is, you can see how strong it was, 13,000, a single infantry division. He is, yeah. And I lost another division from this sector the previous turn, and I don't have any reinforcements coming in because I'm, stupid, or I didn't prioritize it. Meaning that slowly but surely he is nagging his way into the Vyazma defenses here. So that's unfortunate. This is what happens with a focused 230 German tank attack. Okay, this is again at the same position. It's a regiment attacking, and it's another held result. Excellent job, 229th Rifle Division. Thanks you for your service. You are at the end of the line. There is a gap here now. Has opened up. That shouldn't be too bad, the AI. Alright. Tula has a single infantry division defending it in a level 3 fort. And I pulled out its support unit. And it's not isolated, but it is out of supplies. Well, on the depot. Okay, so nice. We stopped one division. It would have been better to encircle it, isolate it, and attack it the next turn. Now it is encircled here, you can see. Still 54 defense. We do have newly deployed transport planes. I'm gonna try to fly in some supplies to him. Are they gonna push north of the Oka River here? I hope not. Very low defensive values. Full panzer divisions. Scouted north of Voronezh. Alright, that's good. And we have a held result. Okay, it's just a single German regiment attacking, so let's see if he can mount a proper attack. Very low defense value now. Scouted. Good, that's a third defense in this hex. It's a minor river and a light forest hex, so there is a certain defensive terrain, but he's very tired now. And I don't know that I have really any reinforcements to replace him with. Now he's attacking an elite division due east of Kharkov, the 121st Rifle Division. You can see how strong it is. And even though it's a 6-1 result, it's only a retreat with 400 losses. So I'm very happy with that. Not a lot of artillery support, but this is an okay result. The problem is the other division sitting in Kharkov is now very isolated, and potentially it can be isolated. We did order to evacuate the 3 factories in Kharkov this turn. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm not surprised he had to retreat. Scouted, good job. Yeah, we have a cavalry division sitting in that hex as well. And a held result. That's very, very nice. The 299th Infantry Division is now down to 8,000 men. So our Soviet Infantry Division is actually stronger than the Germans here. So he either has a lot of damaged elements. I'm very surprised to see an Infantry Division this low strength. He must have a lot of disrupted and damaged elements. I haven't inflicted, what is a German Infantry Division? 17,000. I haven't inflicted 9,000 losses on this division, so they are coming back. Alright, good job. Held result here, that is important. It's a clear terrain hex, no fort. So we are being heavily pushed south of Kharkov, obviously. It's gonna be more painful. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the freaking rout with 4,000 losses, and we lost that. Basically, and that's gonna lower the morale. And basically I lost an elite division. Yeah, well, he could have sat in Kharkov being encircled or run away like this. This is just, yeah, I don't like this. But he hasn't encircled Kharkov yet. Is he going to now? So what's going, okay, he's sending in panzers north of Stalino. And he attacks a fresh division due east to Stalino here. Why? So now if he breaks through here, he can encircle 3 divisions or even 4 divisions inside Stalino and a fort. It's a pretty painful retreat, costing me 2,300 losses. Is the Viking SS. It's still fairly strong, 11,000. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. But it is the terrain, it is clear terrain, and he was newly arrived on the train here. So it's not a strong defensive position. The pressure at Stalino is just immense. I'm not happy with how my defenses are looking at Stalino at all. And every division he smashes, it's just going to make the situation more and more difficult. I'm really in trouble at Stalino, I have to say. I wonder if we'll see more attacks against the port at Genicek here. 45 defense. Yeah, I think we're going to see another attack there. He lowered the fortress level from... No, he did not. Okay. Well, I guess he was a bit tired. Let me see how it looks around Kharkov. So that was... most of the front is frozen. I actually thought he was gonna attack more this turn. But there were a lot of attacks last week, so he's probably tired. Not to mention, it is at the end of the campaigning season. He's at the end of his supplies. Alright, so we lost 47,000 men. That is fairly acceptable. 200 tanks, 260 planes. But we did reinforce with 128,000 new men. We did lose a couple of tanks from the map, but other than that, we are reinforcing everything else. Good news is that, well, we are lacking 207,000 trucks out of needed 222, so we are a bit low on trucks. Maybe we can do something about that. Now, ground 199 and air 7, are those reinforcements on the map? I just want to see if we take turn 15 and we turn off everything but reinforcements. Wait. No, this can't be it. 800,000 men? What the hell? That's... Oh! That's every turn. Alright. Sorry, I have to do turn 16. No, sorry, turn 15 to turn 15. So this turn we got nothing reinforcing. Right. Okay, I think I want to check next turn. Next turn we get... Oh, okay. It's only 42,000 because all of these are going to be very empty. Most of them are empty. Right, so, well, 40,000 is better than nothing, but okay. Let us check. Before we end this, let us check partisans, liberty ships, very uninteresting. But I want to see... Alright, so... Let us check Kharkov. Kharkov is not isolated. Neither is Stalino, so it's actually looking fairly good for us. So I think we're gonna stop here, and we are going to do a start of turn video instead of continuing this one. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.